So it's currently June 21st. I went to the comic store a couple hours ago and I picked up some stuff and I had some mail waiting for me. So this was sent in from Pennsylvania. They're one of the only places that had it. Red Hood and the Outlaw 44. I believe I'm now only waiting for 47 and 50 to complete the entirety of this Red Hood Outlaw run. I will have all of the all that stuff out of the way. I will have all the current ones for that. And then while I was at my comic book store, I already told them to put me in for the Red Hood run that's coming out 2025 in August. I already put myself down for it so that they know to give me a copy. And I'll pretty much treat it the same way that I did for Robin and Batman Jason Todd, in which I will try to get as many variants as I can, and I'll probably even get the incentive cover. But my pulls for this week was Absolute Flash number 4. So, I mean, I was even lucky. I am glad I had it pulled for me because I wouldn't have found any of it. They only had the last week's on the wall available, number 3, last week. It's, anything older than 2 weeks but not older than a month is on that wall, and number 3 was the only one that was there. So the other one that I have here is Nightwing 127. I'm an idiot, and I forgot. This is the one with the incentive cover with the shot of him looking up at the building, and you get a little shot of him from behind. And I completely forgot about that, so I will have to keep an eye out for it when I go back next week, because anyways, I also have Zatanna, they called it the face-off variant. I know that's not actually what it's called. This is the variant cover by Seba Fuyumada, or Fuyumada. Zatanna number 5. Pretty good. I did see the Fluffy Bunny one, but I just didn't think, I kind of liked it, but then the longer I looked at it, the less I liked it. There was something about it. The longer I looked at it, the more I was like, So I didn't get that. And then I was looking through the Batman stuff because I'm still trying to find a lot of older Batman and detective comics that have Jason Todd in it, whether it's just as himself or as Robin. I'm trying to collect a lot of those, but they're really hard to find. I don't know why the 80s are so hard. There's too much cocaine involved. I think that's what it was. So while I was looking there, I actually ended up finding Batman and the Signal 2 and 3. I didn't find 1. That's fine. I can look for it somewhere else. I could try a different comic book shop. That I will always try to find it in a comic shop before I order it online. So like the Red Hood Outlaws that I kept buying online were because I really couldn't find them in store. Okay, so I have Secret 6 number 1, and I kind of forgot about it. I didn't put it on my pull list because I wasn't sure I was gonna like it, and then I just decided, you know what, let's see where it goes. What else? What's gonna happen? Me forgetting to buy number 2 and then going and not finding it. So now I have 3 and 4 and no number 2, and I have the same exact thing happening with Absolute Superman because I had been so busy trying to collect all of Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman and all of them, and Red Hood. I had so much Red Hood that I was trying to collect that I forgot about Absolute Superman, and I could find number 1, and then 3 through 8, no number 2. So that's the problem I have, is I will forget things. So I heard not good things about this next comic. I am aware. I know. Same thing with the Robin and Batman Jason Todd. I heard bad things. I'm still gonna get it only because it has my little special guy in it, and that's it. Also, sometimes people can be really mean and harsh to things for like not really good reasons. So this is one I was like, I need to read it myself because sometimes being lady in comic is bad. So I got Trinity and I got the foil variant because it's shiny and I love the shiny. This is number 1. I was tempted to get her incentive cover, but I realized the Robin on there is Damian Wayne, Al Ghul, and it was $50, and I was like, if it was Jason Todd, I'd think about it. I'd think really hard about it. I would like stand there looking at it, trying really hard. But I had too many pulls this weekend, and then it didn't end up even being Jason Todd, so I said, no, it's fine, I don't need it. I'm really excited about this, because the only reason I was playing Marvel Rivals was for this little guy. It's Jeff the Land Shark. He's just a little cutie patootie. And I ended up picking this specific variant because they had pretty much every other variant except the one I wanted. And that's fine. Again, first come, first serve. That's on me. I put it on the pull list, so at least I might have something good later. Another one I added to my pull list because I was just going and grabbing it while I saw it was this one. I looked at the other art. I wanted to get it, the other variant cover for this, but then I was like, it's doing a little too much. It's doing a little too sexy. So I ended up going Fire and Ice number 3, and this is specifically the Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson cover, which I kind of like it. You know, one's supposed to be an angel, one's supposed to be a devil. I thought it was kind of cute. I was like, okay. That one, a lot of people saying they weren't liking it. I think this is one of the ones you have to go in head empty, no thoughts. A genuine head empty, no thoughts. You gotta go in and be ready for a nice, fun, good time, because if you nitpick at it, you're gonna find a lot of holes. And if you want to enjoy yourself, you have to come at it with, you know what, we're just silly girls, goofy time. What is her name? It's Superman's Ma Kent. Ma Kent is in it, and she's a fun little character, fun little side character. I just think as Zatanna comes by, there's just a lot of fun little things in there that I think if you're not taking it seriously, it's actually pretty fun. Another one I picked up that, because we're almost to the end of June, and I forgot it was in the front of the store and everything, and I wanted the specific cover for it, the specific variant, which was the one that looked like a magazine, like a dumb magazine from the early 2000s. It was drawn so cute, but this is just the only one that they had left. So it's the DC Pride for 2025. Don't know at all what it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be a special little story that they're just gonna tell, or if it's kind of like the I think the DC Charge Power Company one that they put out a while ago, where it had stories from each character's like previous comic line to kind of buff you up for what was gonna be, you know, the new DC Power Company that they were gonna be doing, which I also have to remember to put that on my list. But I don't know if DC Pride is just gonna be, hey, look it, these characters are XYZ of the Pride, and they will, and here's a little snippet of what their stories are like, you know, like just a little collection, or if it's one story that has all of them in it. I have no idea. I will find out. Now, this one, it is the only one I could find, and I figured to myself, I'm just gonna have to buy the graphic novel, the trade paperback, whatever you want to call it, or hardcover. It really doesn't matter. It's just a collection of the entire story, because I don't think I'm going to be able to find the rest of these, because this is the only one that I found. Alright, it's Batman Gates Gotham. This is number 4. I got it while I could, but I have resigned myself to, I'm probably just gonna have to buy the paperback or whatever is available. I'm figuring I'm gonna have to do a lot of that because all the Jason Todd stuff that I'm trying to collect is so old but was so unpopular, so it's so hard to find. A lot of the stuff I'm actually having to buy collections of stories that they're getting, his stories getting put in there with something else. That's what I'm ending up having to do. So like Tales of Batman Volume 2. I don't need Volume 1. I just need Volume 2. And stuff like that. And then this one is part of the Hush storyline, part of the Death in the Family collection book. It's Batman 617. This should be after, this is like one of the after stories at the end of the Death in the Family trade paperback that I have. And then this one, so they were trying to tell me up in the front. I felt a little bad that I was rushing. I didn't want to rush the guy, but also there was a huge ass line. And I don't like going to the comic book store when it's busy because I like chatting with the people who work there. It's a lot of fun. I get in on some inside jokes and they get to impart their wisdom because they've been working there for years. Like literally a lot of the people have been working there since I've been in high school. I haven't been in school in like a decade at this point. Well, a little less than a decade. But I haven't been in school in a decade. And so they were trying to impart some wisdom on me of this cover. It's part of this whole other storyline and stuff. And I only wanted this one because it has Jason Todd in it. But it is Batman Last Rites 683. And he was trying to tell me that there's another one, either the previous or the next one, so either 684 or 682 is supposed to have another half that you can put together to make his whole face. Now I tried looking at 682, it does have like his face on the side right here and this whole other thing, but his face is more looking up than it is right here where he's kind of looking down. So I don't know if that's it. I'll have to ask him again next time, and I'll make sure to stop by when it's kind of dead, because I do like talking to them, I do like chatting with them, I do like hearing what they have to say. Like he was telling me Gates of Gotham was really good, but he's like, that's the only one you could find, huh? And I was like, yeah, that was it. That's all I got. And I was like, that's all I could find. And he's like, no, I'm trying to collect it too. I'm trying to get the other ones and I can't find them. And I was like, because I didn't want to say, like, I didn't want to tell them, hey, I go to another comic book shop, because that sounds so bad, It makes me feel like it sounds like I'm cheating, but I'm not. I just, I will go to their comic book shop, and then the other one is like another 2 miles. It's closer to downtown. So I will go there and I'll try to find the rest of what I can't find from there. And if I can't find it there, I really do just turn to the internet. I go on eBay, which I don't want to do. I don't like doing because I think I already talked about this before, but the Robins number 2 issue 2, that is the variant cover that has it's the workout cover, and everyone else's is a nice $20, 30. Some of them are 30, that's fine. Jason Todd Red Hood's cover, $100. You're fucking demons for that. I need you to know you're demons for that. Devious, rude behavior. Share that man. Share, please. Share the love. You didn't want him anymore? Give me him at a discount. Why are you charging me so goddamn much? What's the math on that? $20 for it, you're charging $100. What is that, 400, 500%? No. No. Yeah, 500% markup. What the fuck? What is wrong with you guys? So yeah, if any of you are willing to sell yours on eBay to me for less than that, less than 100, please, I would appreciate it. That's fucked up. I also saw another Jason Todd one I'm trying to get right now. And the only book that had it is this really obscure, like, out of print, they have not reprinted it in years, like, digest compendium. So it's not even that storyline or other stories from that line. It is dead ass just the one story in a mix of other stories that was printed in the late 80s. It is not printed anymore. There is no more. It was like $200 for it. I was like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? I can't remember the name of it right now. I have to look it up on my phone, and that's what's recording. But maybe I'll find it. Hi. Hello. You wanna come say hi? You wanna say hello? Hi, Mama. Oh, come. Bruh. Anyways. Ahí viene. Here she comes again. What? No, come here. You cannot escape. Got him! That's all she wanted. So yeah, that was my collection for this week. I have a couple other stuff that I ordered that is still on the way. I believe it's the 47 and 50 of Red Hood Outlaw. And that's all I've ordered in. I'm gonna leave it alone because I go on vacation next month and I need the money. So I'm only gonna pick up what's in my bin. I'm not gonna go out of my way to go look through the back stuff. It's literally just whatever's coming out next week and the week after that. And then I'm not getting anything. Although, okay, it's vacation. It's vacation, I'm allowed to, okay? Where I'm going, they have a very famous bookstore. And then next to there, there's a really big comic book shop. And sometimes in that state, I get a lot of comic books from eBay, from over there. So I'm thinking to take some of my vacation time, like while I'm already in that state and city, and just spend like an hour, 2 hours in the comic book shop there and see what I can get. That's only there, but they don't have here. Because I have gone to several of, I live on like the edge of Phoenix. I have gone in Phoenix and downtown for comics. I go regularly to Glendale for comics. It's like a half-hour drive to get there. I've gone to Mesa and Tempe and Chandler to get comics. Mesa, Tempe, Chandler, they don't have anything. You're looking for old stuff? They don't got it, homie. You ain't getting anything there. You're getting nothing. I hope you're hungry for nothing because you're not getting anything. So that was my journey this week. That's all I have to report. I'm almost finished going through my comic app where I keep all of, what I have, what I want to get, reminders of what's getting pulled this week, and so on. So, going through and then just trying to see where I can find said comics, and then putting them in wish lists. And I think that's just how I'm gonna have to do it because I've really tried looking physically for stuff. So I think the only place I'm gonna find new things is when I go on vacation to a different state. That I've kind of ordered multiple comics, like from eBay sellers from there. So hopefully because the comics themselves aren't expensive, it's the shipping. It's the shipping that's killing me. So, maybe just getting it from the source, I'll feel a lot better about it. And I also added to my poll, aside from Trinity and Fire and Ice, and the new Red Hood that's coming out in August 2025, I added, I believe, it's a reprint of Red Hood Lost Days trade paperback, because I believe they're gonna reprint in September, maybe August as well. So I put that to be put aside for me as well. So yeah, that's all I have to report for this week. I hope you all have a fun time, and if you read them, I guess let me know how you liked it, because if I feel any type of strong way about them, you'll hear about it. But otherwise, if they're fine, I just continue. I keep it. I haven't had a storyline or an issue or anything like that, or that I felt like, you know what, I don't want to read this anymore and pulled it off my pull list. I don't think I've had that yet. It probably would be good for my wallet if I did, but no, it's all good. So yeah, that's it for this week. Dun, 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 dun.